Hello, I'm Don Hammock, Sports Information Director at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Bulldog Blitz. It's a Saturday Blitz after homecoming. The Regulators pitched a 41-0 shutout to beat Hinds today here at ALMA Memorial Stadium. We're going to talk with head coach Jack Wright, defensive back LaDareyen Craig, and running back Jalen Davis while we look at some highlights. Then we're going to introduce you to defensive back Wyatt Wright, the hard-hitting linebacker from Delaware. And later in the show, we'll introduce you to Coach David Kuhn's 2024 softball Bulldogs. Stick around. Here on the field with Gulf Coast head coach Jack Wright. Jack, it was homecoming. Got off to a little bit of a slow start, but defense just kept throwing zeros up there, and y'all were able to get it turned on. What'd you think of the overall effort today?
We kept getting opportunities offensively, and eventually, we got some stuff going, but that is really just a credit to our defense to give us those chances. A bunch of short fields for us on offense, and we've battled against that some this year, so it felt good to be on the other side of that today.
Y'all, I think, doubled them in total yardage in the first half, but really once the defense kind of got you some turnovers, you mentioned short fields, but all that stuff adds up. I thought LaDareyen Craig's pick was huge for you.
It did, huge momentum changer, a little frustrating. I think we came out of the locker room and went 3 and out. We had to punt, and that was kind of a momentum killer, but Craig made that huge play down the field. They tried a trick play. Ball's in the air long enough for him to track it and react, and he had a big return too. He got about 20, 30, 40 yards on the return, and so that was really a momentum changer. We took it from there and scored, and that kind of started the whole process.
He just told us he saw his receiver going across, and he figured there was something coming, and he just got back deep, and he was back there the whole time.
He was, yeah.
And then he had another pick that got you another short field.
Yep.
So I thought that really got y'all going offensively.
It did. I mean, just an incredible overall defensive performance. I know Craig wound up with the interceptions, but the quarterbacks were under pressure. They were behind the chains a lot because they couldn't run the football and in those positions to have to throw. So just really an overall incredible defensive performance. I mean, nothing really on their end that they could get going, running or throwing. Even when a lot of times, Don, when the other offense is struggling, a big play from them's coming. Something's going to get them going, and so you're just waiting for it and hoping it's not too bad. But it didn't happen today. We hung on.
Yeah, you outgained them. It was 400 and something to 116, something like that. So it was really a dominant performance. Offensively, you did get going there in the second half. What were you able to kind of hang your hat on?
I'll be honest with you. It was really some of our younger guys that started making plays. I think, they've been working really hard all year, due to Fletcher, Jalen Davis. They haven't gotten a lot of the attention and the touches that Janalan and Jamari have gotten, but, man, they've been right there at practice, working really hard. Been telling them the whole year, you're going to get your chance, you're going to get your opportunity, you're going to go in and make a difference in one of these games here at the end, and it was really tickled to see, Duda get involved, Jalen Davis got involved, and just a credit for them to stay with it this year and keep working and getting better. And that was all behind some young offensive linemen, too. We did a lot of subbing today, especially late in the game on the offensive line. That young puppy offensive line performed really well.
Yeah, Duda, I think, had 2 touchdowns. Jalen got 2 touchdowns, finished with 93 yards on 20 carries, so he was effective, average-wise, too.
Yeah.
I know you've already talked to him. I heard you talk to him in the post game. Jones got beat today. That doesn't really change anything in the division race, but I'm sure it's going to change the motivation next week.
We were the only team that had to win, Don, and so we took care of business. Next week's game is next week's game, and they'll be up and ready to go for us for some playoff implications at their place next week. Our kids will be ready. They'll be charged up, so it'll be a great game. Jones Gulf Coast for the South. Seems to happen every year, so it's no different.
Yeah, we're staring at another one of these tiebreaker situations if we're able to win out, but that'll get us into the playoffs so we control our own destiny.
We need to win. We need to win just because it's the next game. We need to win because of playoffs. We need to win because they're somewhat of a rival. So it's just a big game. Our kids know all those things and looking forward to getting them ready this week.
Yeah, y'all have been in playoff mode here for a few weeks, so this is just another check mark on the checklist?
Man, in the South, Don, in this conference, you're always in playoff mode. I mean, it's win or go home every week. And, you know, the good thing is your kids get used to playing under a little bit of pressure. As a coaching staff, we kind of get used to it. So next week's a big game for sure.
And if people look at this final score and see it's 41-0, it wasn't.
It was not. It was not that kind of game. You know, Hinds played really well, especially defensively. You know, we've got, you know, some weapons on offense, and we struggled to get going. But it was a much tighter game than the scoreboard indicates.
Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you, Don.
Here on the field with defensive back LaDareyen Craig from Mobile, Alabama. LaDareyen, you guys held Hinds to 109 yards total offense. What did y'all do today that was so effective?
Everybody came in. We was locked in. We knew what we wanted. We knew what the goal was, and we got it done.
Offense, I think, got off to a little bit of a slow start, but y'all just kept, you know, keeping the zero up there. What were y'all talking about there in the first half?
It's just about having each other's back. Whenever they couldn't do it, we had to step up and do it for them, and it all worked out great.
You're here talking because you got 2 interceptions. The first one, they're still in the game. They got a chance. They run that flea flicker. What did you see on that play?
I seen my receiver, my one, I seen him run back to the other side, and I knew it was a trick, so I had to get back as far as I can, and the ball came to me.
What'd you see when you looked up after you caught it?
When I looked up, I seen the ball. I was looking at the end zone. I was looking for the end zone.
Didn't quite make the end zone, but got a really short drive for the offense.
Yes, sir.
The second interception, what happened on it?
Second interception, I seen they had a new quarterback in, so I baited my zone, and he ended up throwing it. I ended up breaking on the ball for a good play.
That first interception really got the team going. Y'all were able to pile on a bunch of points there in the second half. You think that kind of energized y'all?
Yes, sir. I think it helped. I think it turned us up, gave us some juice.
What'd you see from the offense there in the second half?
They came out harder. They came out fighting, and they got it done.
All right, you guys got a big game against Jones next week. What are you guys going to do to get ready for that one?
We're going to stay locked in. We're going to take everything step by step, and we're going to get it done.
Good job, LaDareyen.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're on the field with running back Jalen Davis from Katy, Texas. Jalen, 20 carries, 94 yards, had a couple touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
You hadn't had a lot of action. What did it feel like to get out there and make a mark?
I mean, it feels good to replace my brothers. They've been hurt, and I've been at practice, getting a lot of reps, and I filled in the shoes, and I've always been ready. I've always been prepared. The coaches know that. Circumstances, I got injured early in the year, and I shook back and just kept pushing.
Yeah, I know you got nicked up there towards the end of fall camp, and Coach Wright talked about how hard you've been working in practice. What's it like going out there in practice and not getting all the work you want on a Thursday night?
It's very humbling. Teaching me patience, life lessons actually, because you can put in so much work, and sometimes it won't pay off until it's your time, and I leave that to God at the end of the day. So. Mm-hmm.
Got 2 touchdowns. I know that's got to feel good
yes, sir.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like getting into the end zone?
I feel like I'm home again. Yeah. I was always used to scoring touchdowns, so it kind of back to feeling that normal feeling again.
I always talk to the offensive guys about the defense and what they did, and they set you up for those 2 touchdowns. LaDareyen Craig had the big interception.
Yes, sir. On board.
What did you see from the regulators today?
I really believe we got the best defense in all of JUCO, to be honest. And they continue to push even when things get hard. Offense may not go score at some moments, and they never give up, and they stay with a fire on, like to play with. Sir.
You got a big game next week against Jones. I know you guys don't get a lot of time to look at it. You're from Texas. You're not a Mississippi kid who's grown up, paying attention to these things. What do you know about them?
Well, I know they're next up on the list, and I know that we play every team the same, and then a lot of teams play us like a championship game because Gulf Coast is the team to beat, Gulf Coast is the standard. So we're really excited, and it starts tomorrow actually. We got a light lift tomorrow, and we're gonna get back to doing the basics. Yes, sir.
Yeah. With homecoming being today, you get a little bit of a short week, so it'll be a good day for recovery tomorrow.
Yes,
and
sir.
Then get focused up. Congratulations,
yes,
Jalen.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Dion Biggins had the Hotel and Restaurant Supply big hit of the game with this tackle. Since 1953, Hotel and Restaurant Supply has been supplying commercial food service equipment, related supplies, contract furniture, and custom fabrication. Go see their huge Gulfport location on John Hill Boulevard or check them out on the web at hnrsupply.com.
At Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, we wholeheartedly believe that it's never too late to make a change for the better. it's never too late to demand more out of life. And it's never too late for you to go big. That's why MGCCC offers over 50 different career and technical programs across 3 campuses. So go big, go Gulf Coast. Register today at mgccc.edu.
Let's meet linebacker Wyatt Wright from Delaware.
My name is Wyatt Wright. I'm from Bridgeville, Delaware. I'm from a little town in Bridgeville called Coverdale. It's the slums, it's the bottom, it's the trenches, for sure. I want to say I started with Pop Warner. I think I was about 5 when I first started getting the feel of it. It was new to me, but once I started hitting people and really letting loose, I started messing with it. Oh, I love it because I feel like it's gave me the opportunity to change people's lives, you know, really have an effect on my life and other people. Coach Shu, he the man. I got a lot of words, but yeah, he the man. That's my dog. As a coach, he really strives for a certain standards for his players, just in general, off the field, on the field. He's just the guy you want to wire you to be the man you're supposed to be. Ray Lewis, the dog, #1. I say his intensity, the way he loves the game, the way he goes about the game, just him in general, the way he motivates people, the way his drive, I love it. It's a tough one. I say Luther Vandross. I say that because he top dog. He know what he doing. He know what he doing. If I wasn't a football player, I'd probably say I'd be a musician right now. I could actually play about 5 different instruments right now. Guitar, piano, all that, so I'd probably say a musician. When I was little, I used to could play after recorder, after you played the recorder in elementary school, I used to could play the flute. I'd say Superman. Ain't nobody beating Superman. I feel like he's just top dog. Like, ain't nobody messing with him. He's just top dog. I had to thank God first off, but I thank my mom just for birthing me in general, pops, just for being there, supporting. I never really celebrate too much on my birthday and all that. I never got too many gifts, but I say I got a card, but it was what was said inside the card that just made it special. It was kind of like an inside thing, but it was my auntie, and she had gave it to me, and then she had ended up passing, so that was important to me.
LaDareyen Craig was the Hotel and Restaurant Supply Player of the Game with his 2-interception game. Since 1953, Hotel and Restaurant Supply has been supplying commercial food service equipment, related supplies, contract furniture, and custom fabrication. Go see their huge Gulfport location on John Hill Boulevard or check them out on the web at hnrsupply.com.
At Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, we wholeheartedly believe that it's never too late to make a change for the better. It's never too late to demand more out of life. And it's never too late for you to go big. That's why MGCCC caters to the needs of our non-traditional student body. So go big, go Gulf Coast. Register today at mgccc.edu.
Coach David Kuhn has his 2024 softball Bulldogs going through their fall ball paces. Let's meet the Bulldogs.
Well, we're young, as always in junior college, but I like our group. Got a lot of athleticism, a lot of depth. Got some good talent. Very excited about it. We want to go to the World Series. We want to be one of the top 4 teams in the state. Feel like that gives us a chance to have success in the region, and then obviously the region tournament want to be 1 or 2, and then going to the World Series. 7 through 10 will play a play-in game to get in an 8-team tournament. There'll be 2 4-team tournaments with the highest seeds they're hosting, and then a 1-game winner-take-all for the regional championship with those 2 teams going to the World Series. And then there's even some at-large berths for the World Series this year, so who knows. We returned Jet Harold, one of our top pitchers from last season, one of the top utility players in the league. Excited about her. Got Kylie Burnett, who got the 2nd most innings on the team last year with us coming back. And we've got Taylor Stiers as well. And then we've got a couple of freshmen, Olivia Falcon, Madison Leish, and then a sophomore transfer, Kylie Nikes. So excited about them. They all do a lot of different things and gives us some good quality depth on the mound. We returned Cameron LaFosse, who started the majority of the games last season, did a really good job for us last year. And we have Natalie Shaw as well, 2 sophomores that return for us. And we have 2 freshman catchers that have a chance to play a little bit, Savannah Wilbanks and A.B. Parrish. So talented group. Well, at first base, looking at Cameron LaFosse a little bit there and Natalie Shaw. Also looking at Jet possibly playing there some, and maybe Madison Leish, freshman, once she gets healthy. Second base, looking right now, Shaylin Hoke. At second base, Shaylin Hoke, Abby Smith, Lauren Trawick. At second, at short, looking at Aaliyah Bouget, Millie Moran. At third, looking Savannah Wilbanks again, who's catching, possibly playing some third, A.B. Parrish, Abby Williams, 3 there. So got a lot of kids that can play in some different spots in the infield for us and move around. Return Jet, who can play out there as well. She'll pitch, play some first, maybe some outfield. We've got Georgia coming back, one of a very good player for us as well. We've got 2 transfers. We've got CeCe Lynn and Olivia Keith that transferred in from Coastal East. They give us some good players and some more depth and speed in the outfield. 2 left-handed hitters, and we also have Ashton Fairley and Irena Sanford in the outfield as well. So got a pretty good club, I think. You always know Jones and Colin are going to be good. Northwest, Pearl River, I see those probably as the top 4. Northeast is always going to be good. Everybody in this league, day in, day out, it's just, there's no days off, there's no easy games. It's going to be tough. Jack and April Byerly, Coach Byerly works primarily with the hitters in the outfield. Does a lot of film study with the team and with the players individually. April primarily works with the pitchers. Does help some with the outfield at times when she can pull away from the pitching, and with the hitters a little bit. And they do a tremendous job, work hard, and they're such a blessing to have here. I feel like our facilities here at Gulf Coast are second to none. Will be our 2nd season on our field turf. I feel it's the best playing surface probably in this region, whether it's D1, D2, D3, NAIA Junior College. We have an amazing indoor hitting facility. Our fan experience is second to none, with great concessions, restrooms, and covered seating areas. Got a great weight room. We're very fortunate. There's nothing we do without here at Gulf Coast. We're very fortunate.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Bulldog Blitz. We'll be coming to you next week from Ellisville after a monumental game against Jones College. The winner of that game will go on to the playoffs. The loser will see their season come to an end. We'll see you next week on Bulldog Blitz.